welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurship Uncovered. I'm Gabby Luoma. I'm the CEO of Mod Ventures, and I'm a CPA and a CGMA. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about why you have not outsourced your accounting yet. And I can tell you that I've gone through this, I've seen this, I've experienced some of these vulnerabilities myself. And so let's talk about what is holding you back from taking the next steps to outsourcing this vital role in your company. Have you ever walked into a friend's house and you are shocked by their housekeeping? You don't know what to say. And you're like, oh no, it's fine. It's totally fine. Well, let me tell you, the reason why you're having a hard time with outsourcing your accounting is because you're a judger. We all do it. We all judge. And so you're judging yourself very harshly because you are afraid of what somebody else is going to say about the mess that you currently have. And it's totally natural and it's totally normal, but that's exactly why you're not doing it. And so we can talk about several of those things that are coming to light. And mind you, this is not a technical accounting video. And so stay tuned and we'll cover all these different things that are going to hold you back from actually outsourcing your accounting. One of the reasons why your judgy self, have not outsourced your accounting yet is because you are vulnerable. You feel vulnerable. You feel like if somebody else sees your mess, you're going to be embarrassed. You're going to feel judged. You're going to feel like you don't know enough. You're going to feel like you're going to be embarrassed. And so a lot of business owners, and this has been from the very beginning, brand new business owner, all the way up to, I would say, multi-million dollar businesses, they feel very vulnerable when they start to share their accounting systems and accounting processes. And it's because they're putting themselves out there, right? They're opening themselves up to an expert to review what they currently have. And so I think that is a very vulnerable spot that a lot of business owners go through. It's like, for me to open up my books, maybe to another accountant, and they are looking at my work and seeing how I'm doing things and how my business is being ran. It's very vulnerable, and it's not something that you're going to want to just hand off to just any person. So if you're really looking for a good partner in the outsourced accounting role, I do have a video for that on how you choose an outsourced accountant to help you. Secondarily, the other item that most business owners are going through, or a lot of business owners are going through, is avoidance. I have seen people that have been in business for years and years who have essentially not filed taxes, not done anything with their accounting or their books in years. And I have people who say, I cannot believe that they didn't get caught. Well, but that's the way it works. Sometimes you don't. The IRS doesn't follow up with everybody. And so, you'll have business owners who haven't done any of this work for years. And a lot of it is avoidance. And that avoidance has to do with fear, vulnerability, being scared of what the consequences potentially could be. They feel like they're going to go to jail. And so a lot of people in that situation are avoiders. And so, if you're avoiding this in your business, then you are going to be potentially open to, yes, more scrutiny. There could be potentially more penalties and, more consequences to not paying attention to your records. But I think the biggest thing is that you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not able to really manage your company in a way that you're proud of because you're avoiding that. And as you're avoiding negative consequences, you're also avoiding positive outcomes that you could be very proud of. And so I think you have to really think about that when you're deciding on your next steps to outsource your accounting. the third thing that I want to bring up is fear. And fear is a very natural human instinct, right? It's like the fight or flight scenario where you feel like you're under a stress response, your body is hot, it's cold. There's all kinds of fear responses to finances. And so generally what I find is that the less you know about your finances, the more fear there is. And so I think that's a big reason why business owners don't outsource, is because they're afraid. So that fear response is essentially trying to protect your body from a potential threat. And you don't even know where you're at. And so how can you be fearful of something you have no knowledge about? And so I think it really comes down to managing your emotions around your finances and working on a plan to tackle that process and do it step by step, and try not to do it all at once or become overwhelmed while you're doing it. And lastly, a lot of people just don't see the need. And that baffles me because I'm a CPA and I always want to know where my numbers are, and I feel a little uncomfortable when I am not sure where our company is going or what we're actually going to be doing. I manage my business with key performance indicators, and so there are certain numbers that I need to know on a weekly basis. And on that weekly basis, I can determine how my business is doing, if we need to make some changes, if we need to do some cost cuts, if we have revenue coming in, how do we need to prepare for that potential upswing in revenue? Like, we're making decisions based on these figures all the time. And so it's hard to understand how you cannot see that need. And I think those of you that are not seeing the need really are looking at yourself. You're probably an avoider. And so think about how you might turn that attitude around, figure out why you're avoiding things, and go back to, okay, there's a real need for this, and the experts are telling you there's a need for this information. And so how can you get put on the right track so that you can change your attitude and have a growth mindset and change your mind? It's never too late. All right. So I hope you really enjoyed this video and understand kind of some of the reasons why you're avoiding bringing someone in to help you. Hopefully that makes some changes happen in your life, because I know that I have not made it where I'm at without having coaches, other support systems come in and help support me too. All right. Well, you have a great day. And if you like this type of video, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.